Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to some Marvel Rivals content. Today I'm going to be showing you the 3 best heroes for new players. I'm going to go over a Vanguard, a Duelist, and a Strategist. First, I want to talk about the Strategist. This was the easiest pick on the list and the only one people aren't going to argue with. You should start with Jeff the Landshark. Jeff is not the best strategist, but he's in the top 3, and he's the easiest to use. The other strategists can require some skill. Jeff probably has the best movement of all the heroes in the entire game. He's super fast, can climb walls, and most of his body can't be hit. He was very strong, spray healing, and his attack is pretty strong as well. He fires bubbles that him and his teammates can hit to heal themselves. Jeff is obviously primarily a healer, but can be strong on offense if used correctly. Using his movement, he can be used in very effective hit-and-run tactics. I didn't do a great job of showing his healing ability. I did this on purpose to show how versatile Jeff can be. I showed his offensive abilities, but I want to make it clear that the healing is amazing. It's boring to watch, but if you get behind your team and spray heal them, they'll be nearly unstoppable. I forgot to mention another amazing ability of his movement. He heals himself at a very fast pace while in his swimming form. Don't get me started on his ult. He can swallow any player in a massive AoE. When you swallow an opponent, they will take damage. This ult is usually used to spit enemies off the map, killing them. You can also pick up your teammates and save them from a dangerous situation. The best part is if you swallow your teammates and the enemies, you can spit them out at different times for repositioning to get an advantage. Some new players might say that, that's cool and all, but I like to fight and not be a healer. My response is that your team needs a healer and sometimes it's got to be you. So lock in Jeff and carry your team because you know how to use him. Another great aspect about Jeff is if you want to learn how to use Venom. Venom and Jeff are very similar in their abilities, so if you know how to use Jeff, Venom will come easier, or if you already know how to use Venom, then learning Jeff will be easier as well. If you end up enjoying using Jeff and want to continue to learn how to be a strategist and be an effective strategist, I think you should go into Mantis next because Mantis is probably the best strategist in the game. And even if none of that can convince you to use Jeff, then just think about he's the cutest character in the game, honestly. Everybody loves Jeff. Anybody in the Marvel Rivals community will tell you how amazing Jeff is. So please just give him a shot and try to learn him. I promise it'll help you get better and move up in your ranks. Next, we need to talk about our Vanguard. I chose Doctor Strange. I know what you're going to say. Oh my god, why not Venom? Although Venom is very easy to use, there's a problem. The point of a Vanguard is to be a tank. You need to hold the other team while your team attacks. Venom is more of a hit-and-run attacker. He's more tuned to jumping into fights. Strange's shield, on the other hand, is perfect for holding back the other team. His ult is also great for stopping the other team. He freezes all the opponents in the blast area for like 3 seconds, making it easy to defeat them. He can also fly if you need to get away from a close combatant if they jump on you, which they will. Personally, I think that Strange isn't that much harder to use, and when used in teams is far more effective than Venom. Strange's normal projectile isn't that strong, but his extra ability is pretty strong. It's a blast that hits any opponent in the area. If you need to reload but don't have time, this can be a lifesaver. Possibly the best ability in the game is his portal. When you have a team you can communicate with, this ability can be OP. It has a huge cooldown. But if you use it correctly the first time, it's not that big of a deal. This is amazing for when you're trying to take control of an area. You can funnel your entire team into that zone instantly, and you can back out of the portal for a quick escape if needed. The flight mechanic can be a solid escape. Like I said before, Cap and Black Panthers love to jump on Strange when he has his shield out. Just fly up and they can't hit you. It also provides a great vantage point to easily snipe them and snag a free kill. Strange can be a very effective Vanguard when used correctly. Obviously, an 800 HP shield on top of a 600 HP character results in a ridiculous amount of health. I managed to hold off an entire team to give my time to heal, respawn, and return to the fight, or wipe the other team completely. Another great advantage to learning how to use Doctor Strange is that Magneto is a very similar Vanguard, and they both use shields, so knowing how to use Strange properly could help you be a master of using Magneto. I do recommend learning how to use Magneto as well, because I considered him over Strange for this list, but because of his ultimate, I decided not to, and the fact that his shield has a cooldown. But the fact that it has a cooldown could be advantageous because it can absorb as much damage as possible in that amount of time. So go ahead, check out Magneto as well. Use Strange Magneto if you have a good duo, and you're going to hold back an entire team. So if you can use both, then you will be such an amazing Vanguard. Any team would be lucky to have you. But again, I think you should learn Strange first because his ultimate is just all around better, and his portal ability is just so insanely powerful. I mean, it is something you need to have if you want to have a strong team. Finally, I want to talk about our duelist. You probably won't like this one either. I didn't pick Moon Knight. Instead, I picked the Winter Soldier. I'll explain myself. The reason is because, obviously, Moon Knight's ult is total ass. Winter Soldier is so good at range. Moon Knight's attacks spread as it travels, so it's less accurate at range. If Bucky's dash attack hits, it's basically a guaranteed kill on squishier heroes. Plus, the chance to use his ultimate twice is just too OP. Bucky is super OP at any range. His gun is like a mammoth pistol. It does insane damage and is very accurate. His ult is so strong, and you can use it multiple times. In the current meta, Bucky is the most powerful duelist, and is one of the easiest to use. Honestly, Bucky's kind of become my main. Because of this, I've learned a lot about the hero, and I can only find one real issue with this hero, and that's his lack of movement. The dash can be used as a quick getaway if needed, but that's not always available. So if you can develop some movement skills, you'll be alright. And it's a skill you need to develop anyways. Outside of this weakness, that's easily counteractable, this hero is just too OP. Let me know in the comments who you main and what you think about that hero. Bucky has an ability I haven't talked about yet, and that's his hooking ability. Bucky can fish hook his opponents and pull them to himself. This ability is great for pulling the enemies in and using the dash to make a deadly combo that you don't want to get caught up in. It can be great for maneuvering your opponent out of a capture zone or pulling a melee hero off your team. His second ability allows you to shoot an orb of energy that does splash damage. It does similar damage to his gun and has a quick reload time of like 6 seconds. It's like tossing a grenade, get 2 or 3 opponents lined up, and do some pretty crazy damage. Bucky's biggest counter is probably Hawkeye, and with his hook ability, Bucky can destroy Hawkeye. By pulling him in close, then he can't do anything. I'm telling you right now, Bucky is so good. If you use him well, you're going to start getting more kills and dying less. Let me know what you thought about my list in the comments. Let me know what kind of tutorials or videos you guys want to see next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe because I got more amazing Rivals content coming soon. So just stay locked in, stay tuned. I'll catch you in the next one.